My goodness. Can I just be real transparent? First of all, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Keisha Monique with TGIM, This God and Me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're following me, if you like what I'm doing here, like, subscribe, and share. But I need to be, can I be real transparent right now? OMG. Can y'all believe I just did a 12-minute video on my three biggest mistakes I made um, with getting with my debt? The biggest things just talking about the mistakes that I made. Do you know for that whole entire 12-minute video, the green light was not on? I had the part plugged up and I was yapping away. And not one part of that video, you can hear it. Mistakes. If you do that like me, you're not. If you, you're not alone. Because guess what? We make mistakes all the time. But that's okay because God is still good no matter what. All right? But now the microphone's on. I'm sure you can hear me. So I get to do this all over again. Maybe it won't take the whole 12 minutes. Maybe it might even be better because that video was real good. But this time, this is probably going to be a lot better. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the biggest mistakes that I made um, with my money. And it's interesting because, look, over 20 some years ago, I wasn't thinking about building nothing. I'm just going to be real honest. I was not I just didn't have the mindset. Okay. So the biggest mistakes I made, I got my notes here. Got my notes. Okay. So the first biggest mistake I made, and I really had to learn how to control this, is spending. Woo. I get out there. You need to shut me up in the house because that's the only way I don't spend money, as much money. That daggone Amazon was getting me too, so I had to shut that down and stop ordering on Amazon. But spending, I was just like, oh, I got a little extra money. I'm gonna go buy this, go buy that. Let's go out to eat. Let's do that. And then when I get to the point where I really need some money for something, I had to rob Peter to pay Paul. Yeah, we all been there and done that. That was another big mistake, that I had so many overdraft fees before that I we're talking about being transparent. Let's just be real right now, okay? That just recently happened to me on a separate account because I totally forgot. Not that I didn't overspend, but I totally forgot to transfer some money into an account that it's that I always do because it's separate. It's a separate account for um some utilities and things like that. And I totally forgot to do it. Now I haven't done this in a long time, but I got so busy and I forgot. And I forgot to put the money in that account. So guess what? I had an overdraft fee. Come on now, girl. Get with the business. Let's be more wise. And it happens sometimes. That's okay. We make mistakes. But in my past, that was because I was spending too much and I was overspending. And so then I had overdraft fees. I'm sure I'm not the only one who experienced that kind of thing, or even right now. We all do it. All right. The next thing was credit cards. OMG. Credit cards. We got to learn how to leverage them credit cards. Now that I'm on this other side, I see the benefit of them when they're used correctly. And I've experienced the bad of credit cards because I didn't understand how to use them right. That's the one thing I learned is how to leverage them credit cards and use them correctly. They were another one of my biggest mistakes because I would just max them out And when I maxed them out, I was crying because I needed to pay them off. Then I'll pay them down, and then I'll max them up again, pay it off, and I was going back and forth. Why? Because I did not know how to control one thing: this mind. Changed my mind on how I use my money. I let money tell me what to do and not me tell my money what to do. That budgeting, that's what I had to learn. The next thing was I had quite a bit, y'all. I'm just going to throw them out there. Working two jobs, that didn't help me because I didn't have the tools. I didn't know what to do with my money. So working two jobs, exhausting myself, trying to pay off debt, and the debt wasn't getting paid off soon enough. And even though I'm working an extra job, it still was taking forever. So I I had to stop that. Thank God I got blessed with a better job that paid me more money than what I was doing before, but still, you got to learn how to change some habits. And then you have, oh, late fees everywhere, paying bills. Those were another things. And then, spending money. We just spenders, buying stuff that sits around the house for nothing. And then you have a yard sale and you're going to be putting it in the yard sale for 25 cents. And you done spent $10. Good gracious Lord. Okay, y'all. That was me. That was me. Okay. But one thing I can say that I thank God for is that I was able to learn a tool called velocity banking. And that made me change my whole outlook on what to do with my money. And I was able to use that tool to help me get out of debt. Yeah, that I just love it. I love that tool. I'll continue to keep using it, and I am just excited about it. I mean, it's literally helped me understand that I could leverage so many things as long as I do this. And that's why I'm here. So if you experience anything of what I just said, absolutely anything. If you are one who has literally been struggling on wanting to understand your money or struggling on how to get out of debt, if you're struggling on um, your mindset, how to change your mindset, that's the biggest thing is I had to learn not to be afraid of the truth. I had to learn, Keisha, you're not the only one out there that's doing this. Be transparent with yourself. Yes, you made mistakes, but these mistakes don't define who you really are on the inside. I had to learn that. I had to learn that my mistakes are really growing me for something better. So when I learn what they are and then I change them, then I can move forward. And that's what I did. And that I sat and it came to me. And when I put it into action, that's when everything started to change. So if you're that person that you believe that you know that there's something better for you, but you just don't have the tools to do it, or you don't understand the tools, like, subscribe, share my video. If you like what I'm saying that's you and you want to learn that, go ahead, like and subscribe, and let me show you. Yeah, I had to look over here because I kind of forgot something. And let me show you how I could help you turn that around. And I'm telling you, it'll turn around for your good because the tools are not hard. And some of you may already be familiar with this kind of tool, but you're kind of scared of it because it causes you to be disciplined and it causes you to understand where you're at. And then it'll cause you to make a choice to either move forward or stay where you're at. But once you move forward and you get into the groove of it, you'll see that what, what, what? I got a little extra here. I got a little extra there. Okay, what am I gonna do with it? Not spend it. Do not spend it. All right. So guess what? That's what I got for you today. Ain't nothing that not that special. Just me, Keisha Monique, TGIM. I'm here to help you grow in the Lord and be a good stewardship over everything that He has. What He gives to me, I want to be able to share it with you. So if you like what you hear today and you want to turn it around, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share, and keep following me. Comment, let me know what you think, where you at. And I'm going to do better at looking at my comments too. And I want you to come join my community. Okay. We'll see you next time on the next video. Let's see what I talk about. All right. Do I know what I'm going to talk about right now? You got to just look out for me. Okay. All right. Bye.